Ellen is vampiring, cutting the faces off children, I'm going to bet that is an objective falsehood. That is not fucking true. I don't know it for a fact. I guess she might be. I mean, but I'm willing to bet the kid's college fund that she's not really sawing the fucking faces off children. I have nothing witty. I'm frightened when Charles comes up with a topic.
Every once in a while, I stumble across stuff
on Twitter.
On Twitter.
Make it clear where you got this shit.
All right, it's always on Twitter where I find just the weirdest stuff. And when I found this, I said, this deserves some research. We should probably dig into this. So
I don't even know what you're about to talk about. I just know when you find something on Twitter, it makes me mad.
I came across...
Ellen's a lesbian. We already knew that.
Well, it's even better than that. So I came across this photo.
Okay.
Kind of see that okay there?
Ellen taking some kind of selfie.
Yeah.
Looking rather ragged.
So, yeah. So this was on somebody's Twitter feed, and it was like, I can't believe how evil she is. This is just abhorrent. And if you know and you understand, then you know how evil this is.
Because she was a bad boss and her reputation.
I mean, there's a lot going on here, right? Like, she was a terrible person. She
right.
Treats
hostile work
bad.
Environment. She was a monster to work with. All this shit. Yeah.
Yep. So that's what I figured. So I asked, I was like, what exactly is going on here? Is she wearing the sweater of like her being a bad boss? And he's like, no. But I can't tell you here on the public forum. If you really want to know, you have to send me a private DM.
Okay, so you text this Nigerian prince.
Oh, I absolutely did.
Oh, are you 100% sure?
Yes, that's the first thing he says. Are you sure? Are you sure you want to know this?
Before he reveals this to you. Like right. He's Morpheus handing you the red and blue pill?
Right. And I'm like, yeah, go ahead, bring it on. All right.
If this is something about trans...
First, do you know what adrenochrome is? And I like how he had to spell it in such a way that the algorithm won't pick out that he said the word adrenochrome.
Is this part of the eating? They're eating the babies? The Democratic cabal is eating babies? Is this part of the reptilian? Yes. The space reptiles from the Democratic Party are eating babies?
I couldn't believe it. And I was like, oh, please, God, tell me it's the movie. I said, is it the chemical? Or the movie, because they made a really shitty movie in 2017. I think it got like 3 out of 10
like
on IMDb.
Documentary?
No, it's a fictional movie.
Oh, okay.
It's just like a really bad horror film. I was like, do you mean that? And also when I was looking it up, because,
it's mentioned in Warhammer 40K?
Yes. So okay. I'd never heard of this before.
Okay.
But all it took was a 2-minute Google search. And I'm like, oh, well, there's the Wikipedia. So yeah, it's mentioned in Warhammer 40K as a beverage harnessed from the adrenal glands of slaves. Like, okay.
What was his actual answer?
So anyway, I said, yeah, I found a few other mentions of it online. There's a Wikipedia. What does this have to do with Ellen's ugly sweater? Here's the answer.
The chemical compound. You see, they use this to stay young. Yep. It's harvested through the pineal gland since adults in their gland is useless due to its being blocked by fluoride, mainly. They use kids to harvest it since their gland is strong in comparison. How do they get it? By making the child feel absolute fear through torture. Now the mask symbol on the sweater symbolizes the face of children. To get the ultimate fear, they bound the kids, and while they are conscious, they cut off the face to get the most out of the kids to produce adreno. That's it. All right. You're being trolled, or this is a very insane person.
Do you hear what they're doing now? They're making the kids trans and eating them. They take a kid and eat them after they're trans so they can live forever. That lesbian Ellen is doing it. She's eating trans kids.
This is as far as I got when I was explaining this to my wife when she said, isn't that the plot for Monsters, Inc.? And that made me laugh.
They break into kids' rooms and scare them.
Yeah.
There's a monster in my closet, and the kid is scared, and they use that scare in the monster
they absorb it and
they use that as fuel.
Yes.
That's their power. In a way, yeah, okay.
I also think there are vampires in the Dresden universe that get their power like this, like feed off of emotions.
So this,
what I'm getting is that it's either a children's cartoon or it's fantasy about vampires. But I have yet. So anyway, I responded in kind.
Because I need to make sure he's not just fucking with you. So I responded.
So the picture on Ellen's ugly sweater is like a club badge, like a Masonic ring or something. So we're saying Ellen eats children. Are you saying that that's what this image represents? But maybe Ellen has no idea what it means. Like maybe she's wearing this shirt, like when I wore that. Remember that sweater I got, or that shirt I got with the Japanese letters? I thought it said "I like Japanese women." It actually said "I lick buttholes." By the way, that worked. But you know. So I also found this thing called a frazzle drip.
Go on.
And I said, also, what the hell is a frazzle drip? And I only found that because when I did a reverse image search of the thing on her sweater, it came up with a meme. And so I was like, what is this?
She knows what it is, and she was on a ritual. Frazzle drip is the word for it. The ritual where they bind a child, slice their face off,
yes,
and then harness adrenochrome.
Yes. So if you wouldn't
to
mind,
keep her young. She's what, 70 years old?
Yes.
So it's not fucking working, is it?
Because she still looks like a 60-something-year-old woman. She looks like my grandma. I mean...
How long did this conversation go on?
Not much longer. Because after this point, I had to make sure I was reading this correctly. So, just make sure that I'm following, right? So, Ellen DeGeneres, the 66-year-old retired actress and comedian with a modest but impressive net worth of about $150 million, is actually part of a secret society that harvests from frightened, tortured children the chemical compound produced by the oxidation of indifferent, a compound we've been able to synthetically reproduce since 1952, and scientifically has no medical or recreational uses or effects. And then she ingests it to stay eternally kind of youthful-ish, I guess, because she still looks like a 60-year-old grandma. And she wore the symbol of said cabal publicly printed on her ugly sweater because she's really bad at keeping secrets. Is this all accurate?
Did he respond to this?
And then I had to come back and I'm like, look, at no point during this exchange of neurons did you stop and think, just maybe this doesn't make sense? You heard Ellen is looking kind of youthful for a 66-year-old woman. It must be witchcraft because it couldn't be Botox or anything like that. It's obviously eating children.
All right, so now his not respond. Oh, he does respond.
He does respond.
It's up to you if you believe me or not. I can't force you to believe. If I talk nonsense, you wouldn't have asked me about frizzle drip. Those words, only those know who go deep down that rabbit hole. But yeah, like I said, it's up to you if you believe me or not. Have a great day. All right. He's not trolling you. He's an insane person. This person is fucking insane and needs psychiatric intervention immediately. This person is a danger to themselves and those around him. Them. Her.
Them.
I don't even know what it is.
I don't know.
This is an insane person. I wish you had cued me in when you were having this conversation because I would have told you to tell them this. What I tell flat earthers or moon landing deniers or religious folks or any of that shit. Really? What's your evidence?
And the evidence is usually, trust me, bro.
You have to do your research online. No. What is your fucking evidence for any of this? You have none? Use your fucking faculties, man. But you can't. They're insane. They're insane. They're either trolling you, or they're insane, or they're spectacularly stupid. I don't know which is worse.
I am going to assume that I got trolled there. I feel like I had to have been. No, it's fine. Because nothing else makes sense, right?
No, none of it makes sense. This is this is Pizzagate.
Here, look at
this is Hillary Clinton is kidnapping children in the basement of this pizza shop in New York, and the lunatic shows up with the rifle at the pizza shop. Turns out there's no slave kids. Well, they're in the basement. There's no basement in the Alamo.
All right, you got to check this out. So I looked it up because this is how I found out anything about this substance at all. I looked up the Wikipedia.
It really is just a metabolite of adrenaline, of epinephrine.
That's
oxidation. So oxidation is losing an electron.
Okay.
So if you take a molecule of evidently epinephrine or adrenaline and you remove an electron, you produce adrenochrome.
Yeah.
You've lost an electron and made an anion because it now takes on a positive charge. What is it used for? Anything?
No, they were researching it mostly to see if it had any effect on schizophrenia or anything like that. It turns out, no, it doesn't really do anything. It doesn't help anything, and it can't solve anything. So,
I mean,
they gave up research in the 60s because they're like, oh, this shit doesn't do anything.
The parent compound, epinephrine, adrenaline, I use it at work every day. We use it as a vascular suppressor. It clamps down on the vasculature. So when you're cutting someone open,
Right.
you close down on those blood vessels so they don't bleed.
Makes sense.
A 30 milliliter vial is about $200.
There you go.
We buy it in crates because we use it every day.
So I'm assuming that Ellen could probably buy it in crates. If she really wanted to buy it in crates, she makes a lot of money.
I could oxidize it for you in your kitchen. It's basic 101 level chemistry to produce this shit. What the fuck are you talking about?
No. You haven't harvested it from frightened children. Therefore, it's not as powerful.
This is why, if we're going to do this again, something stupid like this, we have to bring somebody that can answer questions. Because I demand to know. I don't know if this fucking nut job is going to watch this or not. I really want to know, what is your fucking evidence? You've told us a bunch of crazy shit that you believe. I want to know why you believe it's true. Do you have a rational explanation for why you think this sounds real to you?
I mean, I would love that. I don't know if we'll ever get that. I mean, I would absolutely love that. If you scroll down a little bit more in the wiki and you start finding uses in popular culture and references, I mean, beyond its use in Warhammer 40K, you'll find this very last entry right here.
Adrenochrome is the subject of several far-right conspiracy theories such as QAnon and Pizzagate. Right. Kidnapping children with the chemical help of theories play a similar role to blood libel and satanic ritual abuse stories. The theories come state that a cabal of Satanists rape and murder children and harvest adrenochrome from their victims' blood as a drug or as an elixir of youth. In reality, adrenochrome has been produced by organic synthesis since 1952. It's synthesized by biotechnology companies for research and has no medical or recreational uses.
And all of this is cited. Like
Canadian Journal of Chemistry, Hancock RI, some research. Oh boy, that's a lot of peer-reviewed research.
Yes.
Of course, they're all in on it, right?
Obviously, every single scientist is in on this. I mean, the vast amount
Journal of
research.
Orthomolecular Medicine. Well, yeah, we use it in orthopedic surgery. Makes sense.
Yep.
I don't know how much I want to go on with this because this is stupid.
I mean, it's funny because it can go both ways, right? It'll be it'll be us saying, "Where's your evidence?" And then they come back, "Well, where's your evidence?" It's right freaking there.
I don't know that you're qualified to understand it, but I'm happy to walk you through 101 level biochemistry and organic chemistry, and then you'll understand it. But you won't understand it because you don't want to. The same way I can use geology to show you why the Noah's flood story is bullshit.
Right.
You'd have to start at basic geology and make your way up, and eventually you'd understand. Oh, all right, I guess we were wrong.
Yeah, I guess that doesn't make a whole lot of
But
sense.
you don't want that because you want to believe your insane bullshit ideas.
Yeah.
Because your life sucks so fucking bad that this is all you have to cling to. I understand it.
I also think that there's a certain level of indoctrination going on where, like, if you were born into this, like you believed this because people fed it to you.
Nobody was born into this shit.
You don't think so? You don't think that somebody from like childhood was fed such nonsense and they just ate it for so many years?
This person needs help. Whoever you were talking to needs help.
Wow.
This person needs help. They're desperate and lonely, and they need to be part of a community. And this provides them some level of community.
And then this is the community you've chosen?
Well, yeah. I mean, maybe we shouldn't be making fun of them because there's better shit you can attach yourself to, man. You don't have to go off the deep end like this.
No.
This is Hinckley.
You can be like us and just be addicted to porn. I mean, there's nothing bad has ever happened from
I can
porn
stop
addiction.
anytime I want to. I just don't want to. This is Hinckley being arrested. Why did you shoot the president? Because Jodie Foster told me to. You've been in communication with Jodie Foster. She talks to me through my television.
Through the magic box in your living room?
Or Berkowitz. Why'd you kill those people? Because my dog told me to. Your dog? Well, it was Satan talking through the dog. Come on, man. Get the fuck out of here. we do, honestly, we allow people an awful lot of grace in this country for stupid reasons. Like, 40 candidates come up there on stage and be like, I know I'm supposed to be president because I spoke to God. And it's perfectly accepted.
And we're like, yeah, that sounds reasonable. That's
right.
about right.
If even one of them, though, said, I know I'm supposed to be president because I spoke to God through my hairdryer. Well, now it's crazy. You people are stupid. You're all stupid.
Oh,
You're all
man.
fucking stupid.
I don't even know what to ask for in comments.
I'm stuck.
Other than
I'm so confused.
I mean,
Do you know what it reminds me of?
What?
That scene in Terminator 2, when Connor looks at the Terminator and says, "We're not going to make it, are we? People, I mean."
I guess, is this the craziest theory you've ever heard, or have you heard crazier? And if you have, that's what I want in the comments. I want to know what are some of the craziest theories you've ever heard. And we'll do a little bit of research, like this much, but I mean, that's all it took for the adrenochrome was this much research. And if you're on the other side of the fence, why do you believe this?
Give me your evidence. Don't just tell me more of what you believe. Well, it's the same challenge as the religious shit. If you can prove me I'm wrong, I'll join up. Prove to me that this is real.
Oh yeah. I'll start sharpening some sticks and stuff because she's a vampire and we're off to the races.
That's just a silly superstition. You know, the larger issue is the stupefying of America, that we get stupider and stupider. Partly as a failure of the education system. Right. They don't teach critical thinking anymore. And partly because social media has done away with expertise. There used to be, in any field, there was an expert in that field. And when you needed information about that, you would go to those experts.
Right.
And we understood and respected those experts because they spent a lifetime studying a topic.
Sure.
Geology, biology, organic chemistry, whatever the topic
whatever
was.
it is. Right.
And now, any dumb bullshit, you can type it into Google, whatever your ridiculous idea is, and you will be directed to a community of like-minded weirdos. And you're in your own echo chamber of retardation, where you're here, oh, obviously it's true. There's hundreds of us in here that all know it's true. I can't be wrong. We don't need experts. We're all right because we all agree. Obviously we're right. This is the larger issue.
Right. Obviously
the expert is still a fucking expert. You're not. And if I may further go on a fucking rant. No, nobody's watching it. No. Fuck you people. When I'm finally arrested by the secret government cabal, maybe this will get out. I don't know who said it. There are 3 truths in the world. Mm-hmm. Truths. There is your personal truth.
Okay.
It's personal. Jesus is my Lord and Savior.
Why
do you believe? Well, because I hold it. Nobody can take that from you because it's inside of you.
Sure.
Muhammad jumped on a magic horse and rode a pillar of fire into the sky.
Whatever it is.
Joseph Smith was given golden plate. All right.
Whatever. It's a personal truth, though. So that's fine.
There are political truths.
Okay.
Not necessarily about politics. It's things that we all agree to.
Yeah.
You stop on red and go on green. That's a truth, universal. We all know that's true.
Because we all, as a whole, agreed this is the truth.
But it's only truthful because we agree to it. We could have picked
that's right.
Go on brown, stop on orange.
Whatever.
It's bullshit. It could have been anything. As long as we all agree to it, it's a truth. And then there are objective truths. And the objective truth doesn't give a fuck and does not depend on whether you believe it or not. The moon is 250,000 miles away. You can measure it.
That is an objective truth.
Anyone can measure it and will get the same results.
Right. You have to breathe. Oxygen is important to your body.
Your cells are made of a phospholipid bilayer. Anyone around the world, anytime ever, can look and do the spectrometer or do any of 100 different techniques and they will come to the same results. Right. That is an objective truth. You can't say it's made out of mayonnaise.
Right.
You're wrong. You might have a personal truth that it's made out of mayonnaise, but anyone that does the investigation will come to the same conclusion.
Right.
It's made of a phospholipid bilayer. That's an objective truth.
Yep.
Ellen is vampiring, cutting the faces off children. I'm going to bet that is an objective falsehood. That is not fucking true. I don't know it for a fact. I guess she might be. But I'm willing to bet the kid's college fund that she's not really sawing the fucking faces off children. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong.
Maybe.
Prove to me that I'm wrong.
You know what? If you had told me that it was Gal Gadot doing it, and she's actually 66 years old, and that's how she looks the way she does, I might be more inclined to believe it. But Ellen looks like my grandma.
My grandma's gone, but she used to call Ellen, la lesbia. Yes, Grandma, that's la lesbia.
Awesome. All right, I got nothing else. So, like, share, comment, subscribe.
I don't know if this guy's going to watch, whoever you were.
I don't know.
Our goal wasn't
I don't know if anybody's going to watch this, but...
we weren't trying to mock you. It's a comedy show. We're kind of mocking you, but...
Sure, a little bit. But I warned you ahead of time that I was going to make offensive jokes about this.
I think you're just misinformed, or maybe you're reaching out for something. And you can reach out to us I'm trying to offer,
maybe privately,
buddy. Don't go
but,
down. Don't do this to yourself. I don't know you from Adam, but don't go this route. Your life has value. Don't do this to yourself.
No. Well, all the things that you have to worry about in the world, worrying that Ellen might be eating children, that shouldn't even enter the equation.
Yeah, there's enough bad shit out there that you can be a crusader for.
Yeah, like real stuff. This.
Anyway,
Anyway, we'll catch you in another episode.
bye now.
Later.